Diseases affect many people's lives. Some get them early on in life, while others don't experience them until they are older. Brooke Martinez is going to talk about what it's like living with disease for the past 14 years.
I was 7 years old, and my parents took me to Disneyland, and they noticed that I had been sick a lot. But on that trip, I was going to the bathroom a lot, was super sick, was throwing up, and was super irritable. And one night after my trip, I was uncontrollably vomiting, and my mom decided to take me to the ICU, and they checked my blood sugar, and I was 1200, which most people are in critical condition or dead by 600. So they gave me a shot, and I was there for 2 weeks, and they diagnosed me with type 1 diabetes. I was really scared just because my grandpa had diabetes, and I just knew he was sick all the time, and that my parents had to take care of him a lot, and that he couldn't really do a lot. So in my mind, first thing that came to my mind was that I couldn't eat sugar or hang out with my friends that much because I was sick. I was really scared at first, but later I realized that it's honestly not that bad. It's something you can live with.
Brooke has to worry every day about her blood sugar getting too low or too high. A regular blood sugar level for her is around 150. If her blood sugar was to get too low, that would mean there's too much insulin in her body, making her really shaky, sweaty, and hot, almost as if she was going to pass out. In extreme cases, it can lead to falling into a coma and not waking up. If her blood sugar was to get too high, it causes her to get irritable, have blurred vision, and she deals with confusion of not knowing where she is. In extreme cases, it can cause seizures. But she doesn't let it stop her from living normally.
For the most part, I think sometimes I scare myself into thinking that I can't do anything or can't do certain things, but as long as I'm careful about what I'm doing and I make sure that I'm responsible, it doesn't really keep me from doing too many things that anybody else could do. I take 4 to 5 shots a day. I'm supposed to take one in the morning when I get up and every time I eat, and then at night as well. I'm supposed to take an overnight insulin that helps sustain my blood sugars. So for the most part, it's 4 to 5, just depending, it could be more though. Type 1 diabetes is juvenile diabetes, which you get typically when you're younger, and it's the best way I could describe it is you got diabetes just because your pancreas stopped working. There was nothing you could do to prevent it from happening. It just happened. Where type 2 is brought on by lifestyle. So either you're overweight or you have drinking problems or something that damaged your pancreas, which influences how your pancreas produced insulin. So that's the difference between type 1 and type 2. I think my parents feel like they're responsible for me, obviously. So I think they worry about me, and a lot of the time they feel like they wish they could have done something to stop it or to help me. My friends are all super supportive. My close friends have all had to learn what to do if something happens to my blood sugars. So most of my friends know what to do if I go high. Most of my friends know what to do if I go low. Same with just not feeling good. So their responsibility is obviously, I feel more than somebody who doesn't have diabetes, just because they are responsible for you when something does go wrong.
Her husband also plays a large role of having to know what to do in case of emergency and knowing the symptoms if she wasn't able to tell him how she felt. Because of having diabetes, her immune system is weak, making her more susceptible to getting sick, but she doesn't let it get in the way of working 2 jobs. Brooke has some advice for anyone out there who has been recently diagnosed with type 1 diabetes.
Well, I got diagnosed when I was 7, as I said before, so I think when I was younger, I didn't care about my health. I didn't realize that if I didn't take care of myself, I was going to have consequences when I got older. So my advice would just to be to make sure that you're doing what your doctors tell you, and to listen to your parents, and to take a responsibility for what disease you have, just because it has consequences as you get older. I definitely wish I had that advice when I was younger, because I didn't always take care of my health, and I am now dealing with some of those consequences as I've gotten older, and it's happened so fast, and it's not reversible. So that'll be my advice: take care of yourself to the best that you can.